Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off with giving all praises and glory
to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders that should rather rule well. And salutations to you, Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. And this is the branch from GM Chicago, back at you again with another lesson. And what we're going to go into is basically going to be a land back of a video a brother had made, and it was a vision he had about Apostle Tahar. Now, you know, what I got from that message is basically, you know, that even though we might feel like we have a lot of work done, we should never get in the spirit of, okay, this is enough, I've done enough for the Lord. But I always stay in that, like, damn, what if just in case, what if I don't have enough, you know, and keep abounding, you know, just like the scripture said. Because when in that vision, even though Apostle Tahar has done for the amount, the crazy amount of labor that he has done, he still feels, or in that vision, he still felt like he needed more. So that's why he sent out the other apostles to get, you know, more silver, food, and raiment. And that same spirit is in him, not just in the vision, but in real life. And how do we know? Because he's still pushing the word. You know, all that was symbolic for what? For him, you know, getting himself ready for that day. You know, himself and warning others. You know, so we have to do that as well. So when Yahushua comes back, he may tell us, well done, my good and faithful servant. He may say that, yes, I know you. And not the opposite, to where he tells us, I know you not. He's slothful servants. You know? But
Okay, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 43, verse 30. When you glorify Yahweh, exalt him as much as you can. For even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for he can never go far enough. Right? Because the Most High, he's always doing much for us, man. You know, and we can never repay back the Lord for what he's done for us, man. So all we could do is stay diligent and fearly, how about Shem Yahshai, you know, and be obedient, man, until the end. You know, that's the whole duty of man, right? We you know, this is what we called to do, man. You know, nothing else, man. And on top of that, we gotta say we are unprofitable servants, you know, because we're doing what we're doing what we're supposed to do, anyways, man.
Right. This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. And you know, you see when you listen to the brother's testimony, his vision, all right, Apostle Tahar, you know, he was decked out. All right, the angel came, you know, gave him all this jewelry and still had more jewelry to put on him, but there was no room, you see. Was what? Apostle Tahar is a great example of one that abounds in the work of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. All right, always hot and on fire for the Lord, and that's how we need to be, man. All right, and when you even watch his videos, Apostle Tahar, that is, when you watch Apostle Tahar videos, he even tells you in his videos and his lessons that he feels that he hasn't done enough, that he needs to do more and more. You know, we can't get settled on our leaves and say, okay, well, I did my video for the day. All right, I made my quota for the week. No, that's not enough, man. All right, if it's in your spirit to do lessons, do them lessons, man. Edify the body. All right, feed the flock. You see, because there's a reward at the end of this thing. All right, so stay diligent and you will receive it.
That's right. Yeah. So, this is Sirach chapter 21, verse 21. It says, learning is unto a wise man as an ornament of gold and like a bracelet upon his right arm. Right, so, you know, this knowledge and truth and understanding is true riches unto us, man. Unto us that you know, perceive to be wise and prudent men. You know, we got to see this truth as you know, as a treasure, man. You know, Scripture says, where your heart is, there should your treasure be also, man. So our heart is supposed to be in the heavens, man. You know, the spiritual you know, gold and silver, man. That's gonna profit in the day of adversity, in the day of wrath, man. Right? What it says, wisdom, knowledge should be the stability of your times.
And strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord. is his treasure.
That's right. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. That's the point, man. Fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the greatest riches that any man can obtain in this society, man. In this present evil world. So that's pretty much it, man. This carnal, flesh, man, isn't profiting none of us, man. So we need, to exalt the Lord, man, and go, press for the mark.
Right, because this. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Because this righteousness that we're doing is going to deliver us, man. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You see, we're building up our spiritual bank account, man. And this is the way to do it, man. By working in the spirit, not in the flesh. You see?
Yeah, all this work is really what's gonna get us delivered.
Right.
We have to have not just enough to barely make it, but more than enough. So the Lord could come back and say, "Well done." This is Matthew 6:19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal." Because those heavenly riches are going to be the main ones that deliver you. When you do this work, preach the word, convert others from their wicked ways and so on and so forth. All that is getting the spiritual riches. And the more you do it, and the more diligent you are, the more pleased Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will be with you. And the more of a chance you'll have a salvation. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." And whatever we look as treasure, that's where our mind is going to be constantly on. So we got to make this truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai our treasure, so we can constantly meditate upon this day and night, like the Lord commanded us to. And do everything that's required. So in that day, we have done all, to stand. That's exactly what that vision was. Even Apostle Tahar still felt, like he needed more, and that's what he sent the apostles. And then the angel came and gave him even more, and it boiled down to that was an angel, and he was basically telling him, like, look, you've done well, because even though you're in this position, you still felt like you were lacking, and you still were fighting for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Just the book of Philippians chapter 3 verse 14 says, "I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High in Mashiach Yahushai." Right? So we gotta press for that mark, man. Press for salvation, man. To be delivered out this place. Verse 15, let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. Alright, so we're supposed to strive to get to the kingdom, man, to enter into the kingdom. And we're gonna have that mindset, right? It says, if anything ye be otherwise minded, the Most High shall reveal even this unto you. Nevertheless, whereunto we have already obtained, let us walk by the same rule, let us mind the same thing. Right, brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example, man. So, you look at the Apostle Paul's his works, man. And everything he did, to increase in this ministry, man. Right? He was a very diligent man of the Lord, man. Right? He was given a heavy portion, but he gave that example of being diligent in the fear of the Lord. Right? What he said, much more in my absence, man. Yeah. So we gotta do this work, man, and not be slothful.
Right. If I may, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. All right. So look, we see the day approaching. All right. We see the finish line. All right. Hey, we can't be slack. We actually gotta push harder. All right. Run faster. All right, do more for the Lord, seeing that He's coming, man. All right, He warned us. He told us what to look for. Hey, and those signs are here, man. You see, so we can't be faint. All right, we can't get weak. We can't get distracted. Okay, because as the day approaches, there's gonna be more obstacles. Satan's gonna be working overtime. That's why we gotta be on point. That's why we gotta stay working overtime as well, man. All right, our rest is in the kingdom, not here, not on this side.
Yeah, this is 2 Peter 1:10. This is wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. It says, for so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach. Because, well, you did everything to make it sure. You weren't just like, okay, this should be enough, and just went off your own vain opinion. You put in all the work, you did everything, and still made sure that you had enough, even though you knew that you did a lot. Hey, even Paul said it. He said, I don't, roughly paraphrasing it, I don't make myself for that number. He still, even though Paul went hard,
Right.
Paul went in, so even he had that feeling, man, because when you feel like you already done enough, you start getting lazy, you start getting comfortable.
Right.
Because now you're like, I'm cool. I already did 10 videos. I'm cool, man. I can say, that's 10. We gotta do once a day. That's 10 days. All right, I got 3 days to slack off. Nah, man. Yeah, you're supposed to abound. If you met the quota, then hey, do more than that, man. What's that saying? Beyond the Call of Duty.
Right.
We gotta go beyond the Call of Duty. We not, everybody, like someone who's a good worker, but someone who goes beyond what they're told, man, that's a whole different story, man.
Right, with no supervision, you know what I'm saying, in my absence. Yeah. You see? And if you can receive it, Paul is still on fire today, man.
That's right. And guess what? Paul's mindset is, matter of fact, I could read this because Brother mentioned his works were on fire, man. He was diligent in the Lord, but this is what he had to say about that. It says Ephesians 3:7, wherefore I was made a minister according to the gift of the grace of the Most High, given unto me by the effectual working of His power. Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints, is this grace given, that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Yahushua. So Paul considered him the least of all the saints, right? That's the humility part of it, man, because he knew that it wasn't enough for him, for the Lord. It wasn't enough that he was doing for the Lord, and he understood the humility part, that we were brought into this work through the power of Yahweh Shai. It wasn't because of us, man. So at the end of the day, all praises, it goes to Yahweh Shai. Because through him we're able to do it, preach this word, man.
Yeah. Hey, keep in mind, not just this lifetime, our past lifetimes. All the wickedness we have done. So for you to say that you're straight and you did enough, you're basically saying that I'm cool. I don't have any sins to cover. I don't have anything. Hey, we don't know what we did in the past life. And Paul had that spirit because he knew what he did in that current life that he was living. Persecuted the church.
Yeah.
So hey, we've all done went against the Lord. So we like the scripture says, seek Him 10 times more. We gotta go hard so that when the Lord comes back, it'll be like a sure deal. When Yahushua seen Nathaniel, he said, "Oh, I'm a man of Israel. A man with no God. He didn't even talk to him. He just walked up to Yahushua, and Yahushua, that's the first thing he told him. And those are the men we're trying to be. That as soon as Yahushua sees us, he, that smile, you'll see that smile, and he'll be like, well done. You did what you had to do. And not just what you had to do, but even beyond that.
he said an Israelite indeed, man.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so that indeed means in action. You know, not just being a hearer of the word, but do it.
Okay. I got one more. No. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58.
Ooh.
Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in Yahweh. The Lord is going to give us credit for everything we did, the sacrifices, the videos, the time we spent doing His work. You know, the time, the seriousness we took to make sure we have our lessons ready, be on point. Hey, as far as even on group, it might seem something little, you know, but it's still very, very important. It's still part of feeding the church. You know, He's going to acknowledge all of that, and none of it is going to be in vain. We're going to get a reward for all of this, man. You know?
Mm-hmm. Hey, and with that, we hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Chakodash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who taught us this truth. And salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom. Wa abad ball.